Hi, my name is Thomas Cook, and welcome to today's Real Estate Minute. Our special guest today is George Christopoulos, and there's a sort of almost like an urban myth, which is part true and part not true, that you should not get a lot of credit bureaus done on yourself before you go arranging mortgage financing and so on. So George, what's the real true story?
Well, the truth is you can look at your own credit bureau as many times as you wish, and that does not affect your credit score. If other companies are looking at your credit score, then it will affect your overall rating. It's important, though, that you do look at your own credit scores in advance of preparing for a mortgage. Ideally, we would like to do the credit bureau for you and a credit check through a mortgage professional. But if you're not ready for that, then you should do your own credit check. What you're looking for here are mix-ups in your credit bureau. And unfortunately, credit bureaus are databases and errors do occur. Names can be mixed up, common names like Thomas Cook, or even names that can be interchanged. For example, Peter Bernard or Bernard Peters. Even ethnic names that are very similar, be it from whatever culture, they can easily be mixed up. So it's very important that you look at your own credit bureau well in advance to make sure that there's no mistakes there. And the reason is that if you've waited until the last minute to apply for a mortgage and then we do a credit check on you, the effect will be that if there's any errors in your credit bureau, it'll be very difficult to receive a full commitment from the bank by the time you need to make a decision whether you're proceeding with this property or not. And that could raise the stress level through the roof. So it's better to be prepared than sorry. The other issue that we discussed was people looking at your credit bureau. And typically people have companies look at their credit bureaus because they're shopping for an interest rate. The best way to do this is find someone that you can communicate with, that you can trust, that has been referred to you, have a proper pre-approval done, and then simply call around, see what the interest rates are, check the internet, see what the rates are, and I'm sure you'll find very quickly that the rate that you were quoted is either on or off. But these days, in such a competitive marketplace, the interest rate should not be too much of a worry for you. More importantly, to have a proper credit bureau done and not do too many, because if all the companies look at your credit bureau, then it will affect your credit score.
So what you could do is get your prime lender, if you wanted to call it that, do the credit bureau for you. Make sure there's no glitches or mistakes that are there, and if there are, of course, because you're doing this well ahead of time, you've got time to clear that up. And then if you did want to do a little shopping around for rates, you could just make phone calls to the other lenders and check out their rates, and then go back to your prime lender, and maybe you can negotiate, maybe you can't, maybe you've already got that best rate. So if you did want to check your own credit, the simplest place to go is Equifax.ca. So online, www.equifax.ca. And I think for under $25, you can get a full, complete credit bureau done, and it'll give you a good indication of what your credit rating is. Now, of course, the banks will not use that one that you've used. They will do their own, but the same data will appear. Right? So, thank you very much for tuning in to today's Real Estate Minute, and we'll be talking to you soon.